Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And it's a good day because number one, it's Monday, and number two, I have actually been crocheting. I know, shocker, right? Let me grab my. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Let me grab this. Hi, Alice. Good morning. Good morning to Connie. Good morning, Lisa. It's good to see you. And I hope that everyone is having a great Monday so far. I can't wait to hear about your weekend. Can't wait to hear it. Let's see. So I'm going to put my microphone on, and that will make it better. Hold on just a sec. Yeah. Good morning, Patty. It's good to see you too. Good to see you. Okay, so I hope that is better as far as sound goes. I think it is. I've noticed that when I use the microphone, the sound quality is so much better. So that's what we're going for today. I hope that y'all had a great weekend. And first of all, what is in your cup? I have my usual coffee, and it is extra good today. My throat is really dry this morning. And I obviously didn't pull my hair back all the way. Really good. Hey, Valerie, good morning. My wall is empty. We are getting there. Yep, we are getting there. So, yep. It's good to see everyone this morning. Thanks for joining me on Monday Morning Live. And Jessica, good morning. It's good to see everyone. Valerie, good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. It's good to see everyone. Is Connie still here? Good morning, Connie. I hope that you are feeling well. And Connie has some exciting things happening on her channel, so you want to keep track of that. I saw yesterday she has a lot of upcoming shows. Look at Alice. Alice is having a big coffee, and this is her second one of the day. Valerie's having some strong coffee. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. Jessica, it's good to see you. And so, yeah, I am drinking my coffee this morning. I have my red, white, and blue Buc-ee's 4th of July shirt on. I know it's hard to see. Tomorrow is our 4th of July in the United States is our celebration of the birthday of our nation. And so we celebrate on the 4th. And so that's always good. Hey, Connie, good to see you. Good to see you. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. And yeah. So what's your temperature like? I can tell you, I'm getting ready to sneeze. Excuse me. I can tell you, oh, you're in Asheville. Nice, Valerie. Nice. Oh, that's such a pretty area. Such a pretty area. So, oh, another moderator just handled that. That's good. Oh, Canada, we're a mere 156 years old on Saturday. Yeah, good. Good for you. Oh my goodness, happy birthday to Canada on Saturday. Oh. Oh, Patty says it's already 76, very humid, more storms later on. Yuck. Yes, I hear you. Hey, Sharon, good morning, cousin. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Sharon, what kind of crochet have you been working on? I'm going to show you what I've been working on. Let's see. Oh, yes. Connie is going live, quite a few lives, and she's already got the thumbnails out. So if you subscribe to her channel, you can go over there and you can see all of the upcoming lives. And you can also hit that blue bell, just like you can on my channel, and that will notify you when the person has uploaded or when they go live. It will just let you know. Ah, Valerie is with a quilting friend and they have 4 goats. Oh, that is so sweet. So sweet. All right. Sharon, good to see you. Did I miss you? Oh, yes. No, I didn't miss you. I said hi to you. Oh, he's okay. He's doing good. Still hanging on. Connie. Yep. So, yeah, it's good to see everyone this morning. So I had my coffee yesterday. I'm going to tell you, it was so hot outside. Day before it was just as hot. But yesterday I looked at the weather on the phone to get, just how hot it was out there. It was 90 something, and the real feel was 113. So, yeah, it was pretty hot. Pretty hot. You're still doing granny squares? That's nice. Oh, okay, you don't crochet, you cross stitch. Okay, well, thank you, Sharon, for watching us. I love cross stitch. I used to do kind of cross stitch all the time. In fact, when we were packing up, I found an old half-completed kind of cross stitch that I really loved. It was the alphabet, and then underneath it, it had flowers, like wildflowers and plants and things. And and it was really long. It was like 3 feet long. So it was like a sampler because it had the alphabet and then it had flowers. And it was just so pretty. I loved the colors. I don't have any of the thread anymore, but I really wish I did because I would finish that maybe, maybe before I pass, and I could pass it on to somebody. They'd probably put it in Goodwill. So what can I say? Ah. Yay, you finished the 1967 snood. That's nice. That's nice, Nikki. Oh, wow. You have 11 done, Jessica. They're around 9 or 10 inches long. Oh, you're doing granny squares. Nice. Nice. That is awesome. You know how I feel about the granny square. I love granny squares. They are amazing. One of my favorite things to do. And, oh, it fits you. That's good, Nikki. I mean, that's a plus, right? Now, the snood is not like the balaclava. Am I saying that right? Balaclava, where it like completely covers your face and it just has like the rectangle right here. Those are creepy. Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. That's funny. Okay. So yeah, our weather has been horrible here. Horrible. And I also looked at, last night, before I went to bed, I looked at Pigeon Forge, and it was 70, and the real feel was 70. 70 degrees. I loved Naomi's Granny Square headbands too. Oh, it's more like a glorified hairnet. Right. Okay, I get it. I know Cinnamon Stitches was making snoods a lot because I think her sister worked in a nursing home and she had to have them. I think she worked at the time anyway. I don't know if she still does. She worked in like the food area, the kitchen, and she had to have something for her hair. And so she made those for her. Yeah, that was fun to see. Yep, I got it. Granny Square, not gas. I think I read that correctly, didn't I? Yes, I think I did. So so this is the yarn that was left over from my bag of yarn that came in that kit. And I read that the instructions on this kit again, and I went to the end, but it also says here somewhere, it's in the note. Oh, okay. It says the following color combinations are what were used for the sweater in the photo. You may choose any color combinations desired. If choosing 9 colors as shown, there is enough yarn to make 2 cardigans, each having different color combinations. So I was like, what? Wait a minute. There's enough yarn here to have 2 cardigans with the different color combinations. And so that was exciting. I was really excited about that. So yeah, and also like my cat, I had it sitting, and you can see my cat used it as a bed, as cats do. So let's see. I want to show you what I did, because this weekend I finished all the squares to make 1 cardigan. So 18 squares I did in, well, almost in one sitting. Let's see, one sitting on Friday, and then a little bit on Saturday. I think I finished it. So, oh, I have to cut this one was the last one that I did, and I forgot to cut the back strings right here. But yeah, I forgot to cut them twice. That's interesting. But anyway, this is one of them. Isn't this pretty? And now it looks like the middle and the third row are the same, but they're not. They're a little bit different. And then this one, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I like these colors a lot. 6. They're different, right? They're really different. Where did there we go. Let's do live chat. Darn spell check, I know. This is 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, this is 7. 8. Where's the end on that one? Did I weave that one in? I don't remember weaving that one in. I must have. This must have been the first one I did. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. I might have miscounted. Nope, I didn't. 16. This one is one of my favorites. 17. This one is 2. And 18. But I like how they're all so bright. You know, every one of them is so bright in its own right. And every single one of them is happy. These colors are pretty happy colors. Now, what's left in the bag are not as bright and colorful yarns. They're mostly like greens and blues. There's a black in there. There's a white in there. There was like a brown in there and a gold and a gray. A lot of greens and one pink. So, you know, there's this color is a light color and the pink is a light color, but most of them are pretty bold colors. So, you know, for a little one, I guess it would be okay if you were making, you know, I don't know if you were making one for a boy and one for a girl, but what I'm thinking is, you know, we could, you know, if you had the kit, you could duplicate the colorway with these same colors. Like if you bought, if you had 9 skeins, because this is just using a little bit, this is for a child size. But let's say you were wanting to make an adult size, you could, instead of making a 4 round, and then also, this is a light 3-weight yarn. It says 4. I'm sure that they're thinking it's a 4-weight yarn, but it's lighter than a 4. So if you actually used a real 4 and then went with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would make 7-inch squares. You could do something like that and then just use the same pattern to put it together, add another row and another row, you know, the width for whatever size you want it to make. Just use the same style, right? I think that would work really well. Like you would want to add, instead of having just 2 squares for the little arms, because that's what they use. They use 2 squares for the little arms, and then they sew it and sew it. And that's for the little child's arms, right? An adult arm wouldn't fit through there, but what if you did, you know, if they were 7 inches and you did maybe 3? Do one for the bottom and then one for the front and the back. That would be kind of nice. You could adapt this in any way that you wanted. That's what's nice about crochet, is that it's so versatile. You can take a pattern, any pattern that you find, and you can make it your own. And that's what we find a lot of our friends here do. I know that Alice does this. She did that when she made her baby shark amigurumi. She took 2 patterns and she kind of mashed them together, took little bits of what she liked, and then added her own flair to it. So while she took suggestions from the 2 patterns, she actually made her own pattern because she mashed it up and then she changed it and she added her own stitches and her own everything. So, you know, that's what's really good about it. So listen, Alice had a, yeah, I really like those colors. Alice had a sale this weekend. She had a craft sale, and she sent me pictures this morning, and it was such a pretty layout. I really liked the way she laid everything out. I'm telling you, one day soon, I'm going to get her live on here, and we're going to talk about like 3 points, 3 tips, or 5 tips, depending on, depending on how many tips she has of preparing. Like 3 tips for preparing, 3 tips for the setup, and 3 tips for sale day. And I know I'm going to get her on here. No, Alice, I will not stop it, because you have a lot of knowledge to share, and a lot of experience as far as the sales go now. You've had quite a few, and I know there are people out there who love to make things and are feeling intimidated by, you know, setting up a sale table. What do you charge? How do you set up? How do you prepare? How many of this do you need? How many of that do you need? You know, and I know that it's going to be different for everybody's area, but it's always good to have someone give you a little pep talk and say, this is what I do. Ooh, do I want to do another green week like Green Week? I do. But I can't right now because I'm in the middle of going up and down. But yes, once I get settled in the new place, I definitely want to do another week, Connie. I'm excited about that. We had so much fun doing that. You don't write your patterns down. I know. Hey, good morning, Miguel. It's good to see you. So listen, Alice was just saying that she does that. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, she takes different patterns and she takes what she likes and she makes her own, but then she forgets to write down what she did. So that's going to change, right, Alice? Because you come up with some really good patterns. You're going to start writing them down, right? Mm-hmm. Connie says, I jot notes down for patterns. Yeah. Just jot it down as you go. Yep. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. So, yeah, I felt really, really good about getting this done. I really did. And of course, you know me, then I start thinking, oh, I could make blah, 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 and I could like do this and that. No, I'm going to finish this. I'm so excited about actually getting this crochet done because I hadn't really picked up a hook in so long. I know it's been months. Bye, Miguel. Have a great morning. Oh, yes. Get billing sorted out. That's not fun. Let's see. Connie says, a lot of times I handwrite it as I go. Easier to see when written out than from a phone screen. Yeah. Yep. I've done it both ways. I've done it on my phone and I've also written it out. And, oh, okay. Not yet. Okay. Good. Oh, I see. After 10. I see what you're saying. Yes. So anyway, I'm really happy with this. It kind of jump-started my granny square obsession because of how easy this was. You know, I haven't really done the change-up granny square colors for a while because it was kind of intimidating. You know, oh, I don't want to change this and this and this. Yes, I got my squares done. I got all 18 done, Miguel, and I'm just so pleased with it. I'm so pleased. I showed all the colors, so if you know, after the live, if you want to like rewind, you can see all the colors. But I got all 18 squares done, and so in my mind, I've gotten it ready. I know how to lay it out. I know how to do the joins. I've like read it and read the instructions several times. I also know how to do the bottom and the collar and the front flap to connect it. So I'm really excited about that. And that's easy because it's just go completely around the bottom and then come up and then down and then go around and up and down. Almost in a continuous. And so, yeah, I'm really excited about getting this together. This is going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. So I'm loving the granny squares. And I'm loving the idea that even in the instructions, it says to crochet them together. You put wrong sides together, so the right side is out, and then you crochet a single crochet in the back loop only of each one. So if I were going to do that, I would put them both together, and then I would find the back loop only of this one, and then the back loop is this one. So it's the two that are together, leaving the front loop free on both sides. So the back loop, and you just crochet along. And then when you flip it up, then you have just a little connection ridge, but it's not going to be a big one because you haven't crocheted through both loops. If you crocheted through both loops, then you would get a really pronounced ridge. So that's that. And yeah, I'm excited about getting that together. And I'm also excited, you know, Naomi was talking about her headband with the granny squares. That was really pretty. It got me thinking about different ideas and different ways that we could create headbands with granny squares and create hats with granny squares and all of this stuff. And it started getting me thinking a little creatively again. So it kind of jumpstart that because I've been in kind of a funk and a lull and just not not a good place to create and not a good place to design. So I'm glad that I'm starting to get a little bit of the excitement back about crochet. So that's always good. So, oh, nice. Miguel says, I'm making a bucket hat out of granny squares out of leftover cottons. That's nice. And yes, these do look very boho, don't they? I know. I'm really happy with it. And I'm thinking, why can't we all have granny square sweaters, everyone who wants one anyway, or even just a granny square vest. I think a vest would be really fun to make, because then you wouldn't have to worry about the sleeves. Yeah, I like that idea. Oh, goodness. So a bucket hat with granny squares is very cool. Yeah. Out of leftover cottons. And I love that idea, because that's the best part about a granny square, is that you are using up your scraps. And, since for the rest of this year and for all of next year, 2024, I am not going to be buying any new yarn. I'm going to use up what I have, and then in 2025, then maybe I'll go shopping again. I don't know. We'll see. That's going to be hard, but it won't be impossible, right? Oh, and I know some of you purchase yarns as you need them. And so, you don't have a big stock of yarn. Like if you're going to make something, then you get, however many skeins you need. I know that's a long time not to buy yarn, right? I know. As I said that, I'm like, a little bit of panic set in. But hey, listen, if somebody wants to buy me yarn and gift it, then I'm not going to say no. But no, I'm not going to be buying yarn for a whole year. So, yeah. And I haven't bought yarn. Well, I did buy a little bit. I think in maybe January, February, sometime in there. But that was it. So I'm almost going this whole year without buying yarn, which is fine, because I do not need to buy any more yarn right now. I just need to use up what I've got. So I may be the granny square queen in this next year, because I am going to be using up all of my yarn. Yes. So that's going to be interesting. And I think I'm going to vlog about it. Like once a month, I'll do a status update, how I'm doing, what I've used out of my stash. The thing is, right now it's all packed, so I got to get up to Tennessee. And so once the house is completed, we will be moving up there. So it's going to be sometime early fall. So I'm glad about that. Anyway, yes, I'm really excited about the, yes, I will, Nikki, I will go shopping in my stash. That's right, Miguel. Possibilities are endless with granny squares. So that's not going to be a problem with that. And then, I've got a couple whips that I need to finish. I need to complete. So I've got some things to keep me busy, and I have some things to definitely do tutorials on. So I just have to get established. So, oh yes. Yes, the Danish dolls, Noose Luken, I think is what it is. They use granny hexagons for the doll bodies. It doesn't use a lot of yarn for the doll bodies. And so yes, definitely, yes. So it, that would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? And you can make all kinds of different dolls. You can make animals, doggies, you can make rabbits, scarecrows, all kinds of things. So something for every season and something for every child, definitely. For a while, though, I was making sleepy dolls, and they were really cute. It was just almost like an egg-shaped body with two arms and little ball hands, and then a head, and then a little triangle sleep cap. And yes, those are adorable, and you can change it to a lovey blanket. Yep, yep. So I'll probably be making a lot of those too. And yes, the traditional granny square, rectangle granny square, triangle granny square, I've made those. Yes, yes, that's right. Last year I made, with triangle granny squares, I made a tree skirt, a Christmas tree skirt. And oh, you have a pattern for an Inuit? That's really nice. That's interesting. I love that. I bet it's beautiful, right? And so Alice collects patterns. So if you ever need pattern advice, just message her, DM her, and say, hey, I need some professional advice about a pattern. Guaranteed she's got what you need. Guaranteed. Right, Alice? Yep. She is the pattern queen. Definitely. Definitely. So, yeah, that's fun. All different kinds of ways to use granny squares. I have a book on granny squares that does all kinds of granny squares. Even the fruit, the all kinds of flowers, just different designs and everything. So that's packed away too. So, yes. And then, yes, you have patterns for everything. Your little secret is out, Alice. So now Sarah Zimmerman with Repeat Crafter Me, she has her second book coming out, and this one is The Forest Friends. I have her first book, and I've made several of the patterns in there. And so I really like that book, and her little Forest Friends book is sure to be just as adorable, just as easy to follow, and fun. Now on her website, she has, this year she's doing squares, and every month is a different square, and it's like an animal square. So like one month it was a horse, I think she had a cow, I think this month is a pig, and so every month it's different, and those are so cute. Listen, if you have a child that likes one particular type of animal, you could make, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those, and then make plain squares to go in the, in the middle. Make a nice blanket for them. You don't have to make as many of the animals, or even just make ones for the corner, 4 corners, and do the rest in, I don't know, happy colors, pastel colors, bright colors, whatever the child likes. And then you've got a really cute blanket. If the child likes farm animals, you could just pick out all the ones that are farm animals. If the child likes, zoo animals, are, like the giraffe or the elephant or whatever, make one like that, like a safari. But anyway, check her out because she's really, really good, and she's got something fun going on, and her squares are just really, really cute. And, if you had some granny squares and you had a couple of those squares, you could just match them up together in any kind of pattern that you want, and you've got a blanket. So those are just some ideas. Alice says, I taught my niece and nephew how to crochet. They roll their eyes big time when I tell them I'm willing them all my crochet patterns and hooks. They're like, we can't fit it in our house. Is that what they're thinking? Oh my goodness. I know my cousin Lori, she says, she doesn't care what happens to her stuff after she passes. But she told the kids, come in, get what you want. She told me I could come in and get what I want. But I think it would be very overwhelming, to be honest. And she has some really nice yarn. She also has a lot of the Dollar Tree yarn because she kind of went crazy over that. When I introduced her to acrylic yarn and the ease and the inexpensive value of that yarn, she really got excited. So that is fun. And as I'm, it seems like every nook and cranny of this room has been stuffed with yarn, and I boxed up more yarn yesterday. So, yeah. Now, granted, it was probably about 8 skeins, but that I found, one over here, 2 over here, and I just found them in random places because that's what you do when you have a lot of yarn and you start something and then you set it down somewhere. And, or at least that's what I did. So I have quite a few stashes of yarn hidden away that I'm finding as I'm going through everything. So that's fun. And this experience has taught me that I do not need to buy any more yarn. I just need to put it all out and shop the yarn that I have and make things with what I've got because I have plenty. Will I have the exact color that I was thinking in my mind? Maybe not, but that's okay. I'm just going to start crocheting, right? Listen, I've seen blankets of people who just started crocheting and they use what they have. And so they'll have, like an aqua and a pink and a yellow, and they'll just start crocheting and putting it all together, and they don't care. They're just happy to crochet. And I think that's the way some of us need to get back to. Yes, at least at the new house, all my yarn will be together. Yes, it will. And it will be visible, and I'll be able to shop it. And so for that, I'm really excited. Definitely. So that's going to be a good thing, having all the yarn together and, and visible. So that's going to be a good thing. Definitely. So, well, gang, I hope that you have a wonderful, I don't have anything else for today, so I'm not going to drag it out. It's been really nice hanging out with you. I hope that you have a wonderful day. For those of you who are in the United States, I hope that you have a safe and happy and fun 4th of July. I hope that you got to see fireworks this past weekend, or maybe you get to see them, actually tonight or tomorrow. I know with all of this, it just seems like, the fireworks are going on in different areas this year. I guess with it being on a Tuesday, I know what is that buzzing? Is that my phone? Our town did fireworks last night. And so I'm sure that they had a great time. And so just be safe and have fun and enjoy your week. For those of you in other parts of the world, I hope that you have a wonderful week. I will see you on Wednesday. And we'll see what I get into between now and then, right? You never know. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you next time.